Well, hey y'all. How's everybody doing? Let me zoom out just a little so that you will be able to see what I take with me on a trip. So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible so that we keep it into two. But I also need to take my medicine. So here's one of the ways I take my medicine. I take a cracker, and then right when I'm ready to swallow, I throw my pills in. Like so. That's my pill box. By the way, I showed y'all this color before I left on the trip. This is Kendra Scott, and it is 440 turquoise, and I do highly recommend Kendra Scott fingernail polish. I put on one coat. I didn't really need to. It was so thick and gel-like. It's like having gel nails, and it's a perfect spring color. And then as I get more into summer, I got this one. Look at the pretty box. Look at the pretty design on the top of the box. It's Kendra Scott. That's a lot of her little design, little gold. And it has a little window that shows the color, and that's coral. Actually, coral's great for the spring as well, so I'll probably go ahead and start. I won't wait for summer on this. I just talked through my cracker. I was going to show you all how to take my pills. It's just easier than swallowing a liquid, I think. So I'm going to show you this coral color. It's called 676 Bright Coral. Talk with my eye full. There we go. Here's the size next to my face. It's a good amount. And when you take the lid off, that's what you actually use. This is for, it's just like my Chanel ones. You take the lid off. Okay. And I'm done. I don't even put it in my hand. I just open the little top into my mouth. It goes, and then I swallow the food. It was at the back. And it's done. And that way, you know you've got food on your stomach, but you should never take medication unless it says so. Oh, there's like a fuzz. It's driving me crazy. You should always have something on your stomach when you take medication unless it says take on an empty stomach. Because medicine's hard on your stomach. Alright, so today what do we have? We have the little bluebird and my, what's it called? Port Merion? Yeah, Port Merion. I love this, y'all. I love the little green vines that go all the way around and around the plates. I like that it's thicker, but it's small. Like this is a nice, substantial, thick, and so are the plates, but they're still small. I like them. Okay, I feel a little fuzz, and it's driving me crazy. It's like I have a mustache. Right, get all the little cracker out of my mouth. That was weird. Y'all, this fuzz is driving me crazy. Okay. So what would you take on a trip? I'm just going to begin. First of all, I have a makeup pouch. And y'all, this fuzz is driving me crazy. I think I got it. There's a dog here. Surprise! This is what I took on my trip with me. It is a medium to large size makeup pouch is what I would recommend. This is a Charlotte Tilbury. This is not, you don't buy this free. It comes with, it's not a freestanding kit. It had other stuff in it, and I literally bought it so I could get this bag because I love the gold kissies. I have the one that you can buy that is cream colored cloth, like a canvas cloth. Not canvas, it's like cotton. It's not hard form, it's soft. And it has little red kissies on it. But I love just this gold, and especially with the burgundy kind of backdrop color in there. And the rose gold trim. And what I take is one face palette. Now, I've showed this one to y'all before, but this is the Instant Look in a palette, 5 Minute Face on the Go, and the color combo is Seductive Beauty. And it has 3 eye colors, a highlighter, a transition color, and a dark. And then it has highlighter, and it has bronzer, and in the middle it has 2 blushes. And the reason is she has color circles, and she says that you use the darker one, you swish it around, and I think that's what you use right above the bronzer, and then you pop it with this color, and that's usually that one, the lighter one, and you put it right on the apples of the cheeks. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it as well, so it just gives a very healthy glow. The point is, it's got a nice big mirror. Well, I almost dropped it. And it's a face mirror, and this is all I used the whole trip. It had everything I possibly could need. I also earlier showed y'all the Chantecaille. What did I do with that? Hold on. And it's a square one, and usually in every one of their palettes, they have one color that can also serve as the blush. You can either make it a shadow color, or you can use it as a blush. And usually, you could lightly, very, very lightly, use one of the transition or dark colors, very much tap it off as a contour. So that's what that looks like. Just 4 colors. Highlighter, transition, dark for liners, and blush. Or you can use this as, you know, a light color and a peachy look for a really light look. If you're on vacation or something, you want a really natural light look. Or you could use this just to give yourself a bit, the transition color as a bit of contour shadow right back here. And you can use the dark color as a liner underneath your eyes and in your brow. So these little face palettes like this, same thing with this one. You can use them. You could even use this bronzer color not only for contouring, but also as a transition color. You can use this highlighter not only for highlighting the cheeks, Cupid's bow, end of nose. You can also use it for your inner corner and your lid and your under your brow. So I really like face palettes that when you take them, it's all you take. It's all you need for eyeshadows and blushes. So I usually take that. Obviously a mascara. And I also had in my purse, there's a little fuzz, the L'Oreal, I think it's called Lash Paradise. But I kept this one in my makeup pouch, and this is the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express. And y'all, I'm really liking this. Of course, y'all know I always choose waterproof ones. And then in here, I did something I have never done before. I always carry with me, and I think I might do it again. I tried this, and I don't know that I really liked it, to be honest. I carried with me a loose brushes like this. They're just in the bottom of here, but that can damage the brushes. Then when you get there, you have to find some kind of a cup, usually, you know, where the coffee maker is in the hotel or in the bathroom. They have a cup, but then you've lost your cup. It's better to take one of these hard brush cases, and I think I will next time, because for one thing, it protects it, and then also once you open the lid up, that's where you can sit your toothbrushes and toothpaste. So you've got your brushes and your toothbrushes right there next to each other in your hotel room. And while it's traveling, this one's pretty lightweight. My Sigma one, this is a Morphe one, came with this the brushes that I got from Morphe. But I've mixed up all kinds now, and there's my lip product and liners and stuff like that are in here. But you could just, again, what I will say is just pick the brushes you need for when you're going on a trip like that. You don't need all those brushes. This is all I needed the whole trip. One pair. Bree, now this is enough, honey. You know, I haven't seen them, so she does need attention. But anyway, highlight, transition, fluffy, crease color, and you also can use a highlighter at the end to blush, blend, and a liner, which I use a smudge brush where I can line underneath and do the brow if I want to. And then you only need 2 other brushes. One for powders, meaning your contour color you can use, and then come back, tap it off, or rub it in the towel and get that off, and then use your blush. And with highlight, you can just go down your nose, tip of your nose. You can just use your finger, and just, especially when you're older, you don't want a lot around your crow's feet highlighting, so you just do a little bitty bit right at the top of your cheekbone, but not all the way up to where, you know, around the eye like some of the younger girls do. They do that. I use my concealer. I go past my eye in that with the concealer and then just kind of dab it back off, and that gives a brightening effect back here without having a shimmer, which highlights the wrinkles. And then of course you will need I use a flathead kabuki, or and this, because it was smaller, this is Makeup Geeks to put on my liquid base shadow. So that's that. And then I also take a concealer this time because I didn't want to also take an eye moisturizer. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's a 1-2 punch. This is the Mini Miracle Eye Wand, and it says number 1 and number 2. So on one end, it is a lift under eye cream, and it definitely helps make the puffiness go down, moisturizes underneath. You literally do clicks. I'm not going to do it because some will come up, but it's a turn click. And then you use this, and this is a colored concealer, so you do need to make sure that you got the one for your skin tone. And this is, I think this is light. And you know what? This flew, and some of it came out from pressure. But I'm not going to touch it because I'm just going to use it. I'm not going to wipe it off. But I think this is number 2. It shows on the end. Number 2. But anyway, so that's good because it's got both your eye treatment in it and concealer. And you can use this to highlight or cover up a blemish if you doubled it. Like if you covered the blemish and then you covered it again, it's enough to cover it. It's very, very light. It's meant to be more of a under eye concealer or brightener versus a true heavy concealer. So, which I like, that it's not that heavy. And then I usually take face cream with me, but I've learned something. If it's just going to be a couple of days, and all the upper end and some of the medium to low, they will give you shampoo, conditioner, and lotion. And this body lotion from Crabtree and Evelyn, it's called La Source, and it was fine. I just put a little dab on my fingers and just moisturized my face with the lotion, and it was fine under my makeup. It wasn't bad at all. This will be going into more than one part, I can already tell you. Then I also always, of course, take an eyelash curler. So that's all I take in the makeup department. In the hair, you do one of two things depending on the hotel. Again, it's only for a couple of days, so if I'm going to get away from my usual hair care products,